Are you wondering what kind of live video events to create in January 2023 so that you can kick off this year the right way? You can engage your audience and set the tone for an incredible year ahead. If that's you, you're going to want to stick around because I am going to be going through the best 3 video topics to engage your audience specifically for January. This is the January edition. So, whether you are someone who has kind of been taking it easy up until this point, taking some time off, taking vacation, you're in full vacay mode, and you want to re engage your audience, this will be perfect for you. Or maybe you're just someone who really wants to make clear what an incredible year ahead this is for your audience. This is going to be for you too. And it's going to be amazing because I'm going to go really in depth, not just in the topics, but I'm going to go in depth with examples of scripts as well. So first off, if you are here watching with me live, drop me a hashtag live, or if you're watching the replay, drop me a hashtag replay. And the more you all like and comment on this video, the more it just boosts it to other people who are in this community that are looking for this event as well. So drop some love on this video and we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, let me share my screen because I've got an amazing little PDF doc that I'm going to go through. And if you want access to this document, then just comment PDF document in the comments and either me or my team will send it to you right after this live. But this is going to have some really in-depth stuff. So I'm going to go through these 3 topics with you. We're going to go through the scripts in depth. And then after, I'm also going to talk about the 2 incredible free events that I've got going on this month as well. I've got my free 7-day video challenge starting this Sunday. The link's in the description of this, and also Go Live Con, which is a 4-day summit, free 4-day summit teaching you how to sell with live video, 25 plus experts. So I'm really excited about all this stuff and excited to be here with all of you today. All right, so let's dive into these 3 topics. So topic number 1 is called introduce or reintroduce yourself. Topic number 2 is called 2023 trends. And topic number 3 is called I appreciate you. And I want to make super clear that no matter what industry you're in, you can tailor this stuff for you. You can tweak this for you. I'm going to give some examples, but change it to whatever you need to fit your unique style and business. So let's go to topic number 1. And let me know if you can all see this okay. You could just put a yes if you can see it fine. Let me know if you need me to make this bigger. But the first topic, introduce or reintroduce yourself, is where you want to start the new year off making sure your audience truly knows who you are, what you do, and exactly how you are going to show up and help serve them in 2023. Right? Like a lot of times, if you're doing your job as a business owner and you're continuously bringing in new leads, sometimes we just take it for granted. People know who we are, but it's helpful to have points where you introduce or reintroduce yourself to your audience, right? So I see someone saying make it bigger. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here to help. Okay, hopefully that helps. So this is what this is all about. And I actually did this video yesterday because I've had so many new leads in the last 30 days come in who are just getting to know me, just getting to know my community. And I want to make sure that I'm creating a really welcoming environment for my audience. So no matter if you're new or you've been here for a while, it feels like a place where you are still welcome. And let me know in the comments, is this a video that you have created before? You can just give me a yes or a no. And then I am going to actually break down what the script looks like. Because the biggest mistake and the most boring thing you could possibly do when you introduce or reintroduce yourself is give people an entire narration of your entire life story, right? Like no one wants to hear, when I was born in 1975 to now, I'm going to give you every single data point. Like yawn. No one wants to hear it, right? So instead, we want to have a few really poignant areas that we focus on that are going to give value to your audience, share about you, and create authentic connection. Every video is not just there for your health, right? You're not going live for your health. You're going live to build meaningful relationships. So I've got this little note at the bottom here that says, it's about you, but not really. And what this means is that, yes, the video is literally about you, but we always want to make sure that we are bringing back the main point to how this matters to the viewer, how this matters to the person who is listening or watching you in this video, right? So let's go through the script. So we've got the hook. This is the first part of the video, the first 10 seconds. We've got value 1, value 2, value 3. These are your main points in the video, right? We've got the call to action and then the sign off, right? This is the little script. And I'll show you the video I recorded yesterday as an example, but you could have this be pretty short. Like this could be like a 5 to 10 minute live. You could stretch it out a little bit more, but I like to keep it kind of short and to the point. Okay, so hooking your audience with introducing or reintroducing yourself. What could this look like, right? So this could be where you are like, new year, it's 2023, it's a new year. And, I wanted to share a little bit about me and my mission to achieve X, right? So you could hook your audience with something like that. After that, we want to go into a brief background to you, your business, and maybe something a little bit fun. So this is where you're sharing, all right, who the heck are you and like, what do you do? And I say something fun because you can spice it up a little bit, not just have it be boring business facts. That's the value point 1. Value point 2, this is where you're getting into the really juicy stuff, is you want to share your points of differentiation, right? You want to share what makes you different from other business owners. You want to share why is it that your business exists at all? Right now, there are so many businesses. Since the pandemic, there's just been this wave of digital courses and digital marketing, and everybody and everyone is an online coach. And there's just so much that it's very hard to be super unique and individualistic, right? Let me know if that resonates with you. But when you're able to share your belief system, your points of differentiation, why you exist at all in the marketplace, like that's going to really stand out with people. And I'm going to give examples of that in a second. Value point 3, this is where you share your plan for 2023. Like what upcoming events are there, right? What are you expecting for 2023? How are you going to be showing up for your audience? What are your plans, right? And this is where you can talk about your thought process and give the behind the scenes of how you are building your business, right? So that's what that looks like. Again, I'm going to give you a very concrete example in a second, but just follow me here so far. And then we've got the call to action, which is to sign up for your events that you mentioned in value point 3. And also, this is all about engaging your audience. So part of this too is literally asking your audience to introduce themselves back. And so many times people think a call to action has to just be like, download this freebie or book a call or buy this product. One of the best calls to action is to get people taking action in other ways, like introducing themselves. So I sometimes prompt people to go live or write a post in my Facebook group or to send me a message, starting a conversation. There's so many other ways to create engagement that are valuable outside of just downloading a freebie as well. Okay, and then the last part of this is to sign off. Cool. So that's what the skeleton structure of this script looks like. I see someone saying, I love how easy you make creating videos. Yeah, you're so welcome. Let me know in the chat. Give me a yes or no. Is this helpful so far? You can just give me a yes, no. If it's no, give me like some questions on what I can do to help give you some clarity. And we're going to go through an example because this introduce / reintroduce yourself video, I actually did yesterday. I'm recording this live on my business page, in my Facebook group, on my YouTube channel. I'm like everywhere right now. But I am going to show you this video that I recorded just in my Facebook group yesterday of reintroducing myself. So here's what it looks like. Let me make it a little bit bigger so that you are able to see it. Okay. So you can see here, I've got as my hook here, we've got 300 plus new members in the last 30 days. So I wanted to reintroduce myself. And then under it, I've got the links for my free 7-day challenge starting on January 8th. And then I've got my summit that I created with 25 plus speakers happening starting on January 23rd that I've linked. But let me show you, because this exact script that I went through with all of you just now, this exact script is what I used. So here's how I used it. So my hook, that first 5 seconds of the video where I want to grab people's attention, my hook was, I can't believe we've grown by 300 plus members in the last 30 days. This is so amazing. I'm so grateful. And I wanted to introduce myself to this amazing community. So that's how I kicked it off, right? Where I'm like, all right, inviting people to come in and celebrate with me, but also setting the tone that like, I want to have you get to know me a little bit better and have us kind of get to know each other better. So that's the hook, right? The value, point one, again, this is where we're giving a little bit of background to you. So this is where I'm like, all right, I'm from Austin. I have 2 doggos. I live here with my partner. It's where I give my value proposition statement. It's where I talk about, hey, like I am someone who helps people create live events, from live streams on social media to multi-day events. And this whole section can be pretty quick, right? Like this is where you are essentially just sharing, all right, here is exactly what I do, cut and clear. This is your like, I help statement, right? So this is pretty quick. So we've done the hook, we've done value point one. Value point two, remember, is sharing your points of differentiation, right? This is where you're thinking, like, how are you different from the million other people who are trying to stand out online that do what you do? And you want to be able to clearly articulate this, right? So for me, I have a couple of points of differentiation. So I went and shared the 3 main ways that we're different from most people who are teaching you how to go live or create live online events, right? So the 3 that I chose, I just bulleted. I was like, overcomplication, people way overthinking their scripts and their tech. The second thing is we teach soft skills, like we teach how to actually communicate well, from body language to tone to rhythm to just like everything, like passion, everything that goes into actually being a good speaker, right? You could have like an amazing script written, you could have all the tech, all the background, but if you're really boring, if you're really slow, if you're just like not an engaging person to listen to, like your events are going to flop. Your lives are going to flop. That's a huge point of differentiation that I do not see enough people talking about online, is actually being a good speaker at these events. And then, focusing on specific platforms is the third differentiation, where so many entrepreneurs want to, and so many coaches want to teach you how to be everywhere all the time, doing all the things. And it ends up just giving you mediocre quality type work because you're just trying to be in too many places versus kind of focusing. So I'm not going to go too much into that, but I go into these 3 points of differentiation in that video, and I just share a little bit more detail about each and how it's different and kind of what's going on in the industry right now and why I believe so passionately in these, pillars and these philosophies, right? Okay, value point 3. The third thing I shared is, all right, you know about me, you know what I do, you know what our points of differentiation are. And now I want to show you how I'm going to serve you, how I bring this vision to life. And that's where then I talk about how I'm running the free 7-day live video challenge for like the 11th time, starting on January 8th, and it keeps getting better. And you know why I keep running it. I talk about how I created Go Live Con. This is the first time this summit is being run. It has 25 plus speakers. All of it is, teaching how to sell your courses using live video. And it's just giving insight into how I want to serve and how you are going to benefit, right? And then the call to action is sign up for the events, introduce yourself, and then I'm signing off by saying thank you so much. Either comment #live or #replay. And you want to get as many people kind of commenting so that the video is being boosted. Whew. All right, I feel like we just covered a lot in a short amount of time. You can just give me a yes if you're with me so far, and let me know what your biggest learning has been. You can drop it in the comments. I'll read them out loud. Let me know your biggest learning has been so far, and I hope this has been insightful. We're going to move on to topic 2. So topic 2 is a fun one. Topic 2 is all about trends for 2023, right? And so this is exactly what it sounds like, where you are giving your audience insight into things they can expect and your predictions for the upcoming year, right? And it's you educating them around, things that they might not be aware of in the industry or things that they should be aware of in the industry, right? And again, I'm going to go through the skeleton structure of this, and then I'm going to give you an example of what this looks like as well. So the hook again is, hooking them in 5 seconds, making sure you're grabbing their attention immediately. So this could be as simple as saying, here are the top 3 things to expect in 2023 as a live video creator. Or here is the #1 change that's going to occur in the social media space now that we have access to AI. Right? So all things that we're talking about that are on trend, on topic, that are people that are paying attention to for 2023. So that would be your hook, right? From there, you want to kind of build authority, which is basically you sharing who you are, where you're from. You want to share a little bit about, what the heck you do and how you serve people. Okay, this is where the good stuff happens. You could either put one overarching theme or trend, or you could talk about maybe 2 or 3 trends that you're starting to see in your industry pop up, right? That's for you to decide what is it you actually want to talk about content-wise. And then we've got the wrap up here, which is again where you are sharing kind of a summation of what you've talked about, what you want the audience to take away, the call to action, and then the sign off. So I'm going to go in depth with a little example of exactly what this is. So I'm going to give an example of a personal trainer. And you guys know, maybe you don't know if you're new here, my first 6-figure business I ever built was as a personal trainer, fresh out of college. And I actually was in the fitness industry for 6 years before I ended up leaving and moving online and starting a new business. But this is some fun stuff from the health industry. So my hook would be for this trendy topic, I'd be the worst thing happening in the health industry in 2023 and what to look for in the next personal trainer you hire, right? So let's say this personal trainer is selling an online course or program, right? And they want to educate their audience about all right, what's going on in the industry right now so you don't get duped. So you're not signing up with someone and then losing out and losing out on some of the value that you should be getting, right? So we're hooking our audience with that. What trend can they expect? What are you going to educate them on? Then authority, you're going to tell a little bit of your name, location, your value proposition, or your I help statement. From there, you want to state your trend. So the trend that I'd focus on for this video is one thing to be super careful of when you're consuming content online is that so many specifically health-focused influencers will blatantly lie at any cost in order to make a profit, and they do not have any remorse about it, right? So if we think about, I don't know if anybody here follows or knows the scandal, all that stuff that happened with Liver King, who is basically this enormous influencer who preaches eating liver and all these other animal parts that is saying, he basically said that you're going to get a body like him, and he's absolutely ripped. He claimed to be natural, no steroid use, and then recently it came out he's using tons of steroids. He has every type of steroid possible he's taking, and basically lying about his training plan, his regimen, what he's actually using, and doing it so that he can sell supplements, right? So the biggest thing is there's so many examples of health influencers like this. This is actually legit. Like people will lie at any cost in the health space a lot of times. But when you're talking about the trends, you want to make sure that you are emphasizing like why it is you believe these things to be true. If you just go off on a rant and are like, this sucks and this is terrible, and you're not actually giving like concrete evidence as to like why you believe these trends to be true or why you think these predictions are legitimate, it's kind of like it's not going to be as powerful of a video. So like I would use this guy Liver King as an example, and I would give a few other examples of influencers that, you know, are lying to make a profit, or it's come out in the last year. Like there's been a lot of people like that. Okay, cool. So again, thinking back to the topic, so we're talking about some of the worst trends happening in the fitness industry and what to look for in your personal trainer. So, you know, we talked about the trend, we talked about why we believe that to be true. And then I would insert here, you know, 3 things you'd look for instead. So I'd talk about how to look for authenticity. I would talk about how to get results before you really invest. And then looking for people who are really objective and will be very straightforward and honest. Some of those things. So those are what I would include. And then the wrap up would be, here's the number 1 thing that I hope you take away from this video. And then I would sign off, or sorry, then we'd have, you know, below the call to action, comment your learnings. You could give away a free gift, something else. And then I would sign off with that hashtag live or hashtag replay. Okay, so that's topic 2 of 3. Give me a yes again if this is making sense to you so far. If you have questions on this, you can let me know as well. And we're going to move on to the final topic. And the final topic is kind of like a really simple one. Like if you're someone who feels a little bit overwhelmed by any of the first 2, this is a really easy one. So topic 3 is just called I appreciate you. And this is where going into the new year, you are able to basically relate to your audience how much you appreciate them and show some gratitude, and you know, say that you don't take for granted that they're hanging around. Like there's so many places people could spend their time or energy. And I know, at least for me, like it doesn't matter where my audience has been, like whether my audience has been 100 people, 200 people, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 or more. Like I have never taken for granted the fact that like no one has to be on my email list. No one has to watch my videos. And like every person who does, I always appreciate. So when you can show that level of gratitude and that you're not desensitized to this process, it's really, really nice sometimes. So let me go through the skeleton kind of structure. So we've got the hook first, where we're grabbing our audience's attention. We've got the authority piece where you're sharing exactly who you are, what you do. And then we've got reason 1, why we appreciate them, reason 2, and reason 3. And then we've got the call to action. Maybe you're offering a free gift, call, maybe you want them to take an action, whatever it is, and then sign off. Okay, so let me share with you an example of this one. This one's pretty simple, but let's say this person who's creating this video is a relationship coach for women, right? She helps them find their life partners. So the hook could be something like, it's about to get super sappy up in here. 3 reasons why I love you and never take you for granted on your journey to finding your life partner. Right? So what I love about this is like, you're kind of acknowledging like this is super sappy. It is a little bit sappy. And you're also front and center reminding them about what result and what journey they're on, what it is they really, really want, which is finding their life partner as well. Right? So again, I won't beat this to death. We know already the authority, stating your name, location, all that. And let's go into the reasons. So reason 1 could be you deal with all the BS of dating apps with grace and humor, right? So maybe this coach is someone who helps people specifically with dating apps, and maybe they talk a lot about dating apps and there's a lot of jokes around it. So again, she's talking about a common problem that's happening in the industry and kind of making light of it a little bit too, and talking about how, she appreciates how they approach the whole process, right? Second reason, same thing, you're always working to be a better human for your partner. This is where she could go into, you're in this group here to, learn and to grow and to, be a better human overall. And that's something that you appreciate them. So you're acknowledging the work that they do. And then reason 3, you make my job fun and I love hanging out with you at our events. And that could be an amazing segue into, what events are upcoming for 2023 as well. Cool. Last 2 things is the call to action. So maybe this person has a free guide to finding your partner in 2023. Maybe she wants them to comment just free guide in the chat of the live video. She has all these people commenting, and then she'll, kind of message them that guide after. That could be one call to action this person has. And then we've got the sign off. So having them have, that hashtag live or hashtag replay that goes there. Cool. So we got through a lot. It's been 26 minutes since I've been live. We've got through a lot in 26 minutes. So again, you could do number 1, the introduce or reintroduce yourself. Number 2, you could talk about 2023 trends. Or number 3, you could do the I appreciate you template, which is really great if you have had an audience for a while that's stuck around with you. So let me know in the comments, which one are you most likely to try? Are you keen on trying topic number 1, topic 2, topic 3? You can just put your number in the chat. And I hope this was like super helpful for all of you. And if you want even more help with your live videos this month, I've talked about it a little bit already in this video and some of the examples, but this is your month where starting this Sunday, January 8th, I am hosting my live video challenge, and the content is better than ever. So I am going to be going live every single day for the next 7 days, starting Sunday, January 8th, giving you one of the 7 keys to highly converting live videos. So the link to sign up's in the description of this video. So you have that from January 8th to January 14th, and that's an amazing event. And then January 23rd to the 26th is Go Live Con. And Go Live Con is an event I've created, and it's being run for the first time ever. It has 25 plus experts, either in video or course creation, and they're all there to teach you all the different aspects of selling with live videos. So we go through everything from like tech to scripting to using organic and paid methods to staying organized to creating graphics to promote your events. Like, the difference between the live video challenge and the summit is that, the live video challenge is totally in my expertise. We just focus on, live video, but the summit goes so much deeper into getting your message out and also to getting your courses launched with live video as well. And it has so many topics that I have never touched that I'm not an expert in either. So I'm really excited to have this like group of experts come together. So I hope that you come to one or both, come to whatever is doable for you, because they're both going to be freaking fantastic. They're both free. The link is in the description for both links. So make sure you sign up. But other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. If you joined me live today, I appreciate you. Drop me a hashtag live. If you watch the replay, you can give me a hashtag replay. And if you did not comment yet and you want access to this document, just comment PDF document, and I will send you a copy of this document so that you can use it and write your own scripts, and you'll be able to kind of look through it. Cool. Well, have a fantastic weekend. See y'all soon. And I hope 2023 is off to a great start.